Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is time for our April Breakfast Club. Can't believe it's already here. So, good morning, Alyssa. I haven't seen you online for a while. Good morning, Rose. Hello, Christy. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Cranstons. Good morning, Joanna. So, make sure you say hi, say where you're from. Um, Sunny in Arizona, Rosemary. So, welcome. We had rain this morning when we backed out of the driveway. So who knows? This weather all over the country has been so bipolar. Good morning, Sharon, over in Apple Valley. Hello, Laura. Gloria. Oh, tell her I said hello, and I hope she got a lot of good Easter eggs. So good morning, Gloria. Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Vivian. Happy Easter to everybody. Yay, Polly, you made it. Polly's in Louisiana. Good morning, Pat. Up in Idaho. Good morning, Marcia. Hello, Debbie. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you online in a while. Debbie's in Texas now. Good morning. Oh, Kitty. So rainy in Fresno. It was raining in Visalia. Good morning, Cynthia. Hello, Tracy up in Oregon. Janet, Scott. Good morning, Chris. I miss you already. Chris just moved to Kentucky. Oh, yes, the shirt. So did you guys see my new shirt? So this might be my favorite. So you guys by now should know the whole story about the shirt. If you're brand new, just really quickly, I got a shirt made out of some Tim Holtz fabric for my birthday, and then I might have suggested that I get one for every month. Well, then I get all these shirts, which I love, and I'm wearing them all the time, and then we got this fabric. And so I took Irene over to the fabric and I said, so, do you think this is possible if I did a different fabric for every panel? She loved the idea. So I have every panel is different. So the collar, I've got two here. Each sleeve is different. And then I have another one on the back. So this might be my absolute favorite so far. And I can't really say that because I love them all. And I'm so lucky that I'm getting them. Good morning, Anne. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Susan up in Eugene. Let's see. Good morning, Marvell. Hello, Linda Sue. Good morning, Joy. Hi, Gracie. Hi, Sue. I hope your move was well. Sue moved from Visalia to the San Jose area. Oh, good morning, Diana. So just you and Karen today. The good news is if you guys missed it, you guys can always watch the replay. It has been a little crazy. So as you know, we're continuing to what is the word? Get into the new store, like into the routine of everything. We're working on the last bit of unpacking. It seems like we've been unpacking for days, but we have one more room to get through, which is good. So we're excited about that. I have taught 2 in-person embroidery classes. Patsy has taught a couple of paper piecing classes, and then we have some new classes that we'll be adding to the schedule upcoming. Of course, we're doing virtual and all that stuff, and then with Breakfast Club. So we are going to dive in. So if you're new, we do a slideshow. We give away a prize. Anybody is welcome to participate in our slideshow. And I'm really excited with what we saw today. Last month's project was a huge hit. So we're really, really thrilled about that. I've seen so many people finish them up and things that they've done with it. We have a project using that same project to do for the seasons coming up at the end of the year, kind of like as a block of the month program. So we'll introduce that towards the last quarter of the year. But multiple people said it is one of their probably top favorites or top 3 favorite of what we've ever done in Breakfast Club. So we love it. Good morning, Leanie. Hello, Gloria. Oh, so it's raining up there. I'm wondering if we're going to have more rain because if it's north, I'm wondering if we're still going to be getting more. Hello, Sally. Good morning, Jacqueline. Hello, Wendy. Good morning, Carolyn. So we're going to dive in. So we'll head over and we're going to do our slideshow and see what everybody's been working on at home. So our April Breakfast Club is going to start with Jacqueline. So she did this adorable baseball little lap quilt. She said it's the perfect size to fit over a car seat. So it was made for some friends of hers, and they the husband is a baseball coach, and that is the school colors. So we have that. And then there is kind of a close up of it with her little label. She finished it with Rick Rack at the end, so I just think it's so adorable. She also did this cute bunny. This was her first attempt at paper piecing, and I think she did a great job. There's kind of a close up of it. I love when we add like the bow and the buttons to give it some nice dimension. And then this is a reminder, I showed this, so she did this as a little wall hanging, and we did this on a previous Breakfast Club where we added just some little, a square folded to make a half square triangle, and then sewed it into the two binding corners on the top, and then you can put like a wood dowel for easy hanging. So that's just another way to make a great to make it so that it is hanging. And thank you for showing that, Jackie, because we haven't done that one in a while. Joy has been busy. So she recycled a satin from either a prom or a wedding dress. I'm not sure if I remember what it said in the email, but she usually shows some other stuff. But she was busy altering in 3 days, and the alteration list that she gave me, a prom dress for a family friend that arrived late from Paris. So she was busy working on that. Margie, I thought this was such a great idea. So this was a digital dealer exclusive from Kimberbell, and it went into a metal or into a bamboo hoop that you can hang or do whatever. She added it to the jar, and I thought that was a fantastic one. She was busy making mug rugs. There is her project from last month. And then she did a stuffed animal class. Kathy in Florida, so she did, this is a picture with everything she's been working on. So the center one was was at the February Breakfast Club. She didn't add the corners on, which is fine. It looks like she used her embroidery machine to quilt it. She did some embroidered bunny towels, and then of course our Easter themed towels, spring themed. And then she did her carrot door or wall hanging. There's a close-up of the quilting she did in her embroidery machine, so that was a great job. Laura finished her carrot wall hanging. And she finished this patriotic quilt. That was a cute fabric line that we had here in the shop, the red patriotic trucks. Another finish for her. Laura just retired, so she's finishing lots and lots of UFOs. This was a fun strip quilt we did from Batik Textiles. That used a strip set. We did that end of last year on one of our live sales with Batik Textiles. Gloria up in Martinez, she did the Kimberbell Dealer exclusive pouch. That has the trapunto technique on it. She did a spring in the air wall hanging or garden banner. You can kind of do it however you want. Then let's see. Oh, she finished up her carrot project, but she added some carrots, butterfly, or a bunny, some butterflies, and a flower to the pocket. And then you can see that really adorable bunny that she added in the background of the carrot. So that was a really cute addition. And then she did another embroidered project. This was a, what do we call that? A pillow book. So it was a pillow with a pocket to give books in for kids to take on trips or wherever they want. And it looks like it's a mermaid theme. I see the mermaid in the background, and then it's mermaid scales for the fabric she chose for the backing. Diana over in Ridgecrest, so she did the one of these Kimberbell pillows. Looks like she turned that into a wall hanging. And there is the February. Yeah, this was February's project. So great job. Nice quilting on that, Diana. She also did her carrot wall hanging. You can see she did some carrot and bunny quilting in the background. And then she also, that's another version of the, that's another version of the January digital dealer exclusive from Kimberbell. So she put the bunny up there in the corner. So that was a great way to add that. And I just love this embroidery design that you did, Diana. The bunny snacks, locally grown, farm fresh. Jeremy would want to know if they are organic. And then he would also want to know if they are GMO or non-GMO. Sharon has been busy doing embroidered coasters. Sharon does a lot of gifts for people, and she also does some different craft things with her church. So there's some patriotic coasters. There is a graduation mug rug. This was one of the placemats that pre-purchased. What is that material? It's almost like not bamboo. I can't think of the name of the material of that, but she embroidered the really pretty daisy design on there. And then, of course, she also finished her carrot wall hanging. And she did a spring banner. And then Karen over in Ridgecrest, I wanted to show you this. So I have shown you guys the 3-year the panel that has the 3 years of the calendars on it. So this is the fabric that's in my shirt. So Karen just bought some yardage, and then she added a border to her calendars. And then so she'll have those. And then remember, there's also the panel that you can put in the front and change it out for each month. So the one on the left, she's added some buttons and then a little hanging tab, and then she'll be able to just switch that over next year for those. Those go through 2024 when you buy that panel. And then here is her wall hanging or a door hanger from last month. She did really great flower quilting on there. So she quilted the pocket and the background, and then of course she's got the bunny rabbits at the bottom and extra carrots. Cindy, part of the 6-pack over at the coast, she's been working. So those are coasters made out of rope and that zigzag stitch. And these are 2 projects that she did. I love the K fabric. Cindy, I'd be really interested to know what the pattern is. I love that project on the right, the like carrier. She did some zipper pouches, some with vinyl, some with fabric. Really cute table runner. And she wrapped up a space quilt. Tommy, there is her version of our project from last month. So she stitched a carrot to the outside, and then she has the butterfly coming out of the back of it. So I think that's just a really fun addition to it also. And then Carolyn here in Bakersfield, there is her bunny patch. Look at the great bunny decor she has around that. I love that bunny over there to the right. So that's a really cute setup. And I think that the project goes perfect with her, her spring and Easter decor. Christy, she did our class last weekend. This was an in-person embroidered bag. This was called Twisted Totes. So we did all of the outside panels all in the embroidery machine and then assembled it. So she did a great job. This was a beautiful Christmas fabric with a lot of metallic in it. So it looked great. Clark finished a pillow. This is a upcoming Christmas gift for one of their grandsons. And then this is hard to, so that you see the black and white in the middle is what the project is. That was a Valentine's bookmark that was made in the embroidery hoop. So he made them for his entire team at his office and then put their names on the back of it. So that was a really great gift to give out to friends and co-workers. Christy finished up her Kimberbell bench pillow. Terry up in Hanford got a great apron done. Pillowcase. I think this chicken is so cute. So it looks like it's a chicken basket. And then she also finished last month's Breakfast Club project. And then Ruth, she finished her table topper. So that was our Shamrock table topper from February. And then that is her project from last month. So really cute. She's got those really fun carrots that go with it. So that'll wrap up Breakfast Club. So great show and tell, you guys. I think you did really great. I love, huh?
You wrap up show and tell.
What did I say?
Breakfast Club.
Oh, I said no, great wrap up to show and tell. See, I'm a little tongue twisted. So let's see who else joined us since we did that. Hello, Laura. Good morning, Kathy in Florida. Hello, Lynette. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. Hello, Barbara up in Seattle. I hope you're recovering from your dental procedures. Hello, Patsy. Hi, Elaine. Hello, Doris. Good morning, Shannon. Vin up in Oregon. Hello, Mary. We miss seeing you at Open Sew on Wednesday. Jackie, I love all the added bunnies with the project. I agree with you. I thought that was a really fun way to do it. Hello, Peggy. Lots a long time no see. Welcome. Hello, Terry. Cindy said that tote. Oh, it was a YouTube tutorial. It was really, really a cute tote. I'm not sure of the size. Grace, you did send yours. I downloaded them. I even typed your name, so I don't know. Let me just double check. Who knows, Gracie? Grace did send in show and tell, so she'll have extra show and tell for next month. Grace, I have no idea. I am sorry. I thought I double checked that list because inevitably I miss somebody, and then I get this little email. You missed me last month. So we really tried, but it is what it is. So Gracie, we'll make sure you have extra show and tell next month. Hello, Kathy. All right, so we have been busy, and fabric goes in spurts. So we'll go where we have like box after box after box delivered, and then we'll have what I call a dry spell where we don't have a lot. So we have a lot of fun stuff to show you. We are getting ready for upcoming quilt shows this year. I have talked to you guys about the Reno Quilt Show. So we're doing that in June. We were invited to do Quilt Festival in August. We're very excited about that. We have submitted everything that they required from us. So we should be getting all our confirmations back. That'll be a really fun, big show to do. Quilt Festival hasn't been on the West Coast in multiple years. And then, of course, add COVID into that. You added 2 more years, or maybe 3, really, that it hasn't been there. And then fingers crossed that everything goes through and we'll see everybody at the PIQF in Santa Clara in October. On top of that, we have quilting crews coming up and embroidery crews coming up. Patsy and I have to go to Montana in October to get recertified with QuiltWorks. Those of you who don't know, we're QuiltWorks certified shop. Patsy's a certified instructor. We've decided we are absolutely going to freeze because it's October in Montana, which means most likely it'll be snow. Because Randy and I and Jeremy will be traveling with Patsy, that means that we will absolutely run into a blizzard. So we'll probably freeze. It'll be like the Arctic tundra. So I'm looking forward to it, but not all the cold snow. So behind me is this really fantastic, and it's not something that we see the color a lot of. So these corals and these peaches, this was called Paisley Place. A really fun fabric line. And when we got it, we were looking at it and we had ordered some extras with the idea to do kits. A lot of times if we order and we're not sure what we want to make, we make sure we get either extra backgrounds and extra of some of the main prints. So for example, this paisley print comes in this cream background, and then it also comes in a black background. So we're always trying to, this is actually the other main print in here. So you can see all of the, almost like a mandala. So we always try to get extras, and then we're not sure. Well, then I came across this called Funky Garden, and I thought it was perfect for it. So we put kits together of Funky Garden. I love all of the grays, the pinks, the peaches, the creams in there. So it really showcases all of the fabrics in either squares or rectangles, and I think the project came out perfect. So that is actually called Funky Garden. We have kits of that. The fabric line, and once again, those of you that haven't been on Breakfast Club, Marissa puts everything under one tab called Breakfast Club. Amy, would you run and get that 3-page list? So we have all that. So if you go in there, you'll see something that's called Funky Garden or Paisley Place, whichever one the name is, and you'll be able to click on that and find all of the stuff. We've been doing the Riley Blake Table Runner of the Month, and we didn't do it this time as a block of the month. You didn't have to commit to all of them. Every month we get the kits. When they run out, they run out. So we started with the Easter. There's only a couple more of those left. I'll re-show you guys Mayflowers. When we did this one is called Sunny Rainbow. And I have to tell you, this was the one I didn't like, okay? So when we looked at what all of the projects were going to be for the year, this was the one I didn't like. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why is that? How did that make the cut? But let me tell you, when our sample got done and quilted, it is phenomenal. And I'll tell you what I would do if this was me. I got to go a little bit higher. So I'll tell you, if I was doing this again, I would actually get rid of the hexagons. I would add that fabric into my stash because it's a basic and it goes with everything. Because this center would make, and you could make it 2 sizes. You could make it into a really cool pillow, the way you see it assembled as the borders. You could make it as a throw pillow, or you can make it as a wall hanging. But this sun center, not difficult to make, but I just think it has a lot of personality, and I love it in person. It is a true example of the picture does not do the project justice. It's just bright and cheery. We quilted it in hexagons, a modern hexagon to match that outside border. So that the kit for this month is called Sunny Rainbow. So all of those kits include all of the fabric to make the either they call it a table topper of the month, but almost everybody that I have spoken with is going to use it as a wall hanging. So they're always going to include a full color pattern, all the fabric for the front, and including the binding. So, and they all finish about 36 by 36. So let's see, I was just making sure. Hello, Diane. Okay, so moving on, we have a line, and we always get them when we come across a good farmhouse line. So this line from Michael Miller, number one, I love the colors. So it's not a stark black. It is definitely kind of a washed feel to it. So this was called Farmhouse. I'm sure it had a better name on it, but I know most of the things same Farmhouse. So we put together a new kit right here. So this one is called Panel Blast Farmhouse. And I'm going to show you another one using this same pattern. But we were able to utilize the majority of the prints in the line. This is a really fun center panel. It says moo, cock-a-doodle-doo, ba, and then oink. So really fun there. I think the red is a great red. But this also had some really good support fabric. And when I find chicken wire, we always order extra of it because chicken wire is sink or swim. We can either find it from the distributors or they're not doing it. This farmhouse line had a black version and then the cream version. And I like it that it's a smaller chicken wire. A lot of times when we see the fabric, it is a larger version of that. But this has some really good support. This is great backings, all kinds of stuff, but everything that has to do with Farm Fresh. So that is on there. We did a really fun kit on that. So this new panel blast pattern that I came across is perfect for panels. Obviously the name, but what I love about it is they actually give you the directions for two sizes. Typically, we come across panels and they're either going to be a 5/8 yard panel or they're going to be a yard panel. That all depends on how it's printed. If it's digital or it has, I don't remember the number, 7 or 8 colors, it can go larger. But if it has more colors to create it, it has to be a smaller panel. So this particular panel pattern called Panel Blast, it not only gives you the panel for the 5/8 yard panel, it gives it for the yard panel, but it also gives you instructions and a calculation formula that you can make this panel fit the size. So you can, if it's small, if you have a piece of fabric that was smaller, it tells you how much border to add to get it to the size. So that all of that square border on the outside and all of this pieced inner border that has all of the diagonal black going out from it, everything will fit. And the pattern shows you how to calculate anything you want to fit the two sizes. So this panel, this kit ended up 75 by 81. I'm going to show you the dinosaur one here in a minute. And it is a little bit wider because it used the 1 yard panel, but all the rest of the piecing is the same.
It's in the office.
Oh, okay. We had a funny noise going on there. So we will move on to the dino quilt. And I'm in love with this. Dinosaurs are always huge. They are big, whether it's boys or girls. We did an embroidery class years ago using a dinosaur pattern from Lunchbox Quilts, and we made 2 versions. We made a boy version and then a green version, and then we did pink dinosaurs. And our pink dinosaur kit outsold our green dinosaur kit, probably 2 to 1. So girls like dinosaurs too. What I love about this panel, it's very gender neutral. It can go either way. So this uses a really fun line. It's only got, this is called Dino Dance Party. So we actually only have 5 SKUs with this. And then we added all of the basics that were from Michael Miller. So we used Cocoa and Hash Dot to go in here, and it really made it. So same quilt as the farmhouse, it is just a little bit wider. The lengths are the same. I was asked when we were hanging it up and doing the kits why the lengths were the same when this was a smaller one. And that's because on a panel, they're width of fabric. So the panel lengths are going to be the same. It's just the widths that change. So that's why even though the farmhouse is a little narrower, they have the same length on it. So it's called Dino Dance Party was the name on that SKU, but it is called Panel Blast Dino Quilt. So, and it has everything in there for you guys to make that project. So really a fun project for you. So I'm going to talk about tea towels a little bit later, but we were able to add in a new chambray blue tea towel. These are the woven tea towels from Dunroven House, and a new red. So those of you that like to do tea towel projects, embroider on them, we added black back in, and then a new blue and a new red. I love this blue. I think it'll be great for upcoming holidays, Memorial Day, summer barbecues, 4th of July. For all my cat lovers, apparently we must have bought this for you guys. Because it's really funny because when this fabric arrived, I don't even remember it. But look at how cute this is, it is sewing cats. So we have all the sewing machines. We have all of the adorable cats. There's buttons, there's jars spilt over, there's cats laying on the sewing machine. I laugh when I see this because you guys send pictures in of your cats laying on your sewing machines and knocking things over, and they're in the middle of your project when you're trying to measure for borders. So this is a really fun line. There's just 5 prints of it. Now, here are all the sewing machines. These don't have cats in them. So this is all sewing machines. So that is a really fun. It's got sewing machines, sergers, vintage machines. It's just got really fun background prints. And then I guess a lot of us like tea. So there is our cats in the teapots. Once again, I just think it's really fun and whimsical fabric line. And then we have 2 more that would go with the sewing. Well, they go with all of them. But this is a really fun floral print, but it has spools of thread and scissors in it. Great designs, good colors. There aren't cats in this one, but once again, a sewing version. And then these are all from Dear Stella. They're a division of Timeless Treasures. So this has scissors, spools of thread, thimbles, all of the fun sewing stuff. So all of those fabrics coordinate together, but they're just really fun. These are great, like Cindy showed in Show and Tell. She had made little zipper pouches. So when you guys are making things for yourself or you're making things for friends, you want a sewing theme, these are really great fabrics to achieve that with. Then, I wanted to remind you. So I showed you the new Sunny Rainbows. That was the tabletop. This was the one from last month. This was the orange peel, and it was called Mayflowers. As a reminder, these are half square triangles, and this orange peel we fused on. We didn't even stitch it down. And then we just gave it a little bit of extra quilting when we did it to hold everything in place. We have all of ours hanging at the entryway of the shop, and they just really look great because they are that perfect size. They don't take up a lot of space. So there are still a few of the Mayflowers remaining. So the last thing that we have that is new, and I'm obsessed with this quilt. So this is called Simply Stunning. I have a group of customers that drive up every couple months from Southern California, and she came in to pick fabric for this. So as soon as she picked the fabric, I got the name of the pattern, we got it ordered in, and I did a version similar to what she did. She said she wanted to use a Tim Holtz fabric. So this is actually, this whole quilt is just done with 3 fabrics. So we have a background. So we then did a Tim Holtz crackle. And then this print here was one of the really pretty, just, you know how Tim Holtz fabrics are. So it's got some text print in it. It's got all of the colors in it. So I love this. So it is all half square triangles, quarter square triangles, and then obviously some blocks. It is a throw. It's 65 by 77, but there's 4 sizes on the pattern. You can make this all the way up to a king size. I think this would look good as patriotic. I think you can make this bright. You really can do anything you want with it. If you wanted to get real creative, you'd have to think about it. You could change each one of these and do those a little bit different. And then you could have a lot of color in there. So it's a fun pattern for you guys to do. So I'm hoping that everybody that ordered Breakfast Club, you got your cherry package in the mail. We really do work hard at making these. So a little backstory. What we did this year is Breakfast Club, we have to plan months and months and months in advance. And so at the end of last year, we all sat down, the girls and I said, everybody needs to bring a couple of ideas. So did this one come from Irene? This is Irene's Breakfast Club. So we put all the ideas in. So I think everybody had to come up with 2 or 3. We put everything in, and then we started to pick and choose and kind of plan. And I want to say We have everything done except 2 for this year. And it's really my fault that they're not chosen because I can't decide if the month should be themed or if it should be a project. I don't always like our projects to have a theme for every holiday, like we did the Shamrock. We did Easter. So sometimes I want a theme, sometimes I don't want a theme. So there's 2 I'm like waffling on, but the piles are high. So you guys did get it. Okay, that's good. Let me see that. So yes, you can buy the kit on its own. Oh, the sewing cats, they are cute, aren't they, Leanie? Let's see, who else? Okay, I want to make sure I didn't have any questions. All right, so we're going to dive in to, first of all, I hope you guys like some of the new things we did. We worked hard on the dinosaurs. Well, we worked hard on all of them. But I just love how all of these fabrics came to life. Sometimes the fabric comes in and we line it up and we look at it and we're like, what the heck are we going to do? So I love how everything came together this month. People definitely, some variety, some things we don't see often, which obviously the dinosaur. We haven't seen a good paisley line in a while, so we're excited about that. So we're going to start opening up Breakfast Club. Those of you that have a kit, you guys know the rules. We don't open them up until Breakfast Club. I know the few of you that do. If you ever do get yours and you open it up early, please just don't ever share it. That is part of the fun of Breakfast Club. Perfect. Joy got her package this month. Let me tell you how ridiculous the mail is. Poor Joy. We mailed everybody's on the same day. Gloria in New York got hers 3 or 4 days later. Joy got hers like 2 weeks after Breakfast Club. And she lives 30 minutes from the shop. I mean, it is just one of those things. It is crazy. So, here we go. So, in Breakfast Club, this is an interesting one. So, we're going to start with Bosal. So this is a foam interfacing. One side of this is fusible. So when you guys look at that, that is the shiny side is fusible. The other side is not. This is washable, you guys. So don't worry about that. This is washable in the event that you ever need to wash it. So we have little piece of green fabric. We have terry cloth. I know that's weird. We've never done terry cloth in 5 years of Breakfast Club. Speaking of terry cloth, I left this back here. Those of you that ever want to do something with terry cloth, the back of baby bibs, another one of today's projects. If you want to make burp cloths, any of that, there we do have terry cloth in the shop, and I believe Marissa put it under Breakfast Club. So then we have some black fabric with some cherries on it. We have some red fabric. We have some more black fabric with cherries on it. We have a tea towel, black tea towel, which, speaking of, we have lots of tea towels in black also. So we added the tea towels when we ordered in these ones. We always have white, but we ordered in extra black and then the new blue and then the new red. And here's where it's going to get interesting. So we have some miniature rickrack. We have 2 yards of wax dental floss. It is not flavored. It is, so you don't have to open it up. It's not going to smell. And then you have red 1-inch buttons. All right, so our Breakfast Club project for this month is a ruffled cherry. I almost said that wrong. A ruffled cherry tea towel with matching cherries up here as an embellishment. With, I think this is a great project, but I also think it is a great housewarming project. When you need to make something for somebody. We also have a matching cherry drying mat for your dish rack. So yes, you can use the Bosal, the fabric, the terry cloth, and it is going to absorb water when you do your dishes. Those of you that do some hand washing dishes, you can use this. This can go right into the washing machine. It is going to dry just like any regular dish mat, and then it can roll right up. So we did a embellished tea towel. We did it different this time. We did the ruffle with it. I'm going to talk about that. Obviously the band, and then the cherries. I do need to say one thing, and this isn't any of our fault, but we all know how to make embellish this. So we did the pictures and the things we needed for the pattern, and we never did the cherries until a couple days ago. And Marissa went to put the leaves on, and we realized we didn't put any Wonder Under Steamacine in your package. So Marissa said everybody has something like that at home, which is fine. But we actually did 2 rows of stitching on here to make it look like raw edge applique. So you don't actually need any Wonder Under or Steamacine if you don't want it. Okay. So let's just talk about the pattern here for a quick minute. So on here, obviously, all of the fabric requirements in the event that you do want Steamacine, that is the only thing that is not on here, or Wonder Under our additional supplies. The drying mat's going to be really easy. You guys are going to fuse to the shiny side of the bosal your cherry fabric, or if you're making this out of something else, any of the other fabrics that you do. So do that on the fusible side, and then spray baste your terry cloth on the other side. And then you're going to need to add a little bit of quilting. You can do straight line quilting. You can do crosshatch quilting. This is a project you're going to want to put your walking foot on the machine. And then this is also a project you want to put your terry cloth down. So the terry cloth should be on the bed of your machine, and then the cherry fabric or whatever you choose should be at the top of the under the presser foot. Okay, you can do it the other way. It is just a little harder to do it that way because the terry cloth sometimes wants to grab on the foot and things like that. So you will have that is the best way to do it. You will then trim it to size and then bind it however you would like to do that. On our tea towel embellishment instructions, Marissa is fabulous at putting these patterns together for you. Graphic wise, she struggled and we couldn't figure out how to make a ruffle graphic that looked right. She made several of them, they just never looked right. So we decided to do pictures of it. So to make your ruffle, you're going to cut it to the size it says on the pattern, and then you're going to turn under 1/4 of an inch and then another 1/4 of an inch on one long side and 2 short sides. Okay, and then you're going to want to top stitch that in place. Then you are going to take the sewing foot of your choice, and you are going to do a zigzag across that raw edge. Now, when I did the zigzag for this ruffle, I made the width of my zigzag as wide as I can get it because I didn't want to worry about when I was zigzagging if I grabbed the floss. You can use floss, you can use twine, anything there that you want. We do recommend that when you do it, you fold the top so you have a little bit of thickness at the beginning. Leave some extra out, and then you're going to want to backstitch a couple times. It's really going to hold that in place. So you'll zigzag across that raw edge the whole way. When you get done, you can gather it to size. So we used a full width of fabric in this one so that you have a really nice ruffle across the whole bottom of that. All right. So from there, you are going to also follow the same instructions for your band, except we're not ruffling it. So that is our accent band. You're going to turn under 2 sides, 2 short sides, 1 long side. Now, on this one, we only turn it once, okay? Because it's going to be completely hidden. When you're turning something that you'll see the back, you need to turn it and then turn it one more time so there's no raw edge. but on a band, it's going to be completely encased, so you only have to turn it once. And I think we turned it under a half inch. We turned it in a little bit more. The instructions are on there. Here's the part I want to remind you. Now, you can see this. We did this in Tipsy Tuesday. We've done this in our Mystery Monday group. On this ruffle, we finished this so that it has completely hidden in the back without having to add another band to it. So what we do is we cut off the bottom fold, the bottom hem, I should say, of your tea towel, and make sure that that's nice and square. Then what you're going to do is that tea towel is going to lay down. So if you guys look at the back of your pattern, it's actually instruction number 6. So your tea towel is going to lay on your table when you're pinning and getting it ready, wrong side up. Then you are going to lay with the raw edge towards you. You're going to lay your ruffle right side up. And I know that sounds backwards, but you're going to lay your ruffle right side up so all the raw edges are together. Then you're going to lay your band wrong side up. So it's wrong side up for the towel, right side up for the ruffle or band, however you choose to do it. And then the accent band is going to be wrong side up. And once again, all of the raw edges are going to line up here. So what happens is you're going to go sew your seam allowance. Now here's what I have to tell you about the seam allowance. We told you to sew that seam allowance 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. It is going to depend on how wide your zigzag ended up showing or ended up being when you did your ruffle. So my seam allowance on this ended up at 1/2 of an inch. So you want to make sure that when you are sewing this piece, which is going to be on figure 5, which is on instruction 6, you want to make sure your seam allowance is going to cover any of your zigzag that you used for the ruffle, for ruffling the fabric. Okay? Once you sew that, all that's going to do is it's going to flip to the front. You'll have this exposed, and then your band flips up into place, and then you top stitch it, leaving you with this very nice, clean, finished edge in the back. So you don't have to worry about top stitching and catching 2 pieces of banding. This is an extremely fast way to do any kind of embellishment on the tea towel. Once you do that, you'll want to add on your embellishment here. Those of you with embroidery machines, this is the time you can use any embroidery design on here. But a really good way to do an embellished tea towel, you guys can do them for the seasons, for gifts, whatever it is that you want. So we hope you like the project. If you don't like the project, blame Irene. But we can't blame Irene for anything because she makes me these great shirts. So we're not blaming Irene for anything. I think it's a fantastic project. Once again, very good gifts to give away. We have 5 or 6 Breakfast Club kits that were remaining. They are no longer available for purchase on the website. You'll actually have to call the store after 10:30 to get them because Amy will have to process it over the phone versus online because Breakfast Club is today, which means it goes off of our system last night at midnight. So we're going to go. Yes, that is a fantastic question. So Doris asked, could you use a rolled hem for the ruffle? Guys, you can use your rolled hem foot for the ruffle. If you have a serger, you can use the rolled hem for there. You can put trim along the bottom. There are all kinds of things that you can do. So some people don't have a rolled hem foot. Some people don't have a serger. So we always fold those under in our demos. But this is really for you to embellish any way you want. I did one over the summer in our Mystery Monday group. I added small rickrack, not this small, maybe like the 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch rickrack. We added rickrack across the top, so you just saw the wave of the upper portion of the rickrack. I love tea towels. I think they are just a fun way, an inexpensive way to decorate. And once again, they're a quick hostess gift, a quick housewarming gift. I think these blue and red tea towels are going to be really fantastic for like 4th of July. You can put flags on there. There's just a lot. These would be great with snowmen on there for winter. You know what we should do maybe down the road? We should do a tea towel challenge, a tea towel embellishment challenge. That might be a fun, simple one to do. So I'm going to look here. Kathy, it is a great way to make a ruffle. It's really easy. Now, some of us have gathering feet on our machines. Some of us have ruffling feet. This is just a really quick way to do that. I also just want to remind everybody that you're going to use a twine. We use the waxed dental floss, number one, because we all have waxed dental floss. But it slides when you're going to want to do it. Now, if you're doing this ruffle on something else, so say you want to do this ruffle on the edge of a minky blanket that you're giving to a new baby or something like that, you can make these ruffles as long as you want by joining, obviously, multiple pieces of fabric together, just like you would do a binding. So with that said, you can also gather these as tight as you want or as loose as if you want. So if you don't want a full piece, you can shorten it. And then obviously you're going to finish it. You know that your two finished edges, you can only gather it as big as what your two finished edges are. All right? So I'm glad you guys like that. I can't. So I have to reread that, Tracy. Let's see. And let me just see if there's any questions I missed on here. Okay, so we give away a $20 gift certificate for participating in Show and Tell. As a reminder, photos at thimbletown.com is where you guys can send in your pictures. Once again, we take them up to 6 o'clock the night before Breakfast Club. You can start sending them now. You can send them all month. Usually I miss somebody. This month, Grace was the winner. So sorry, Gracie, but we'll get it in there. Also, so anybody can participate in that. Breakfast Club next month, you can still go online. For those of you guys that aren't members, you can go on and purchase it. So we do give away a $20 gift certificate for sending in photos. Also, we give away a Breakfast Club month, or if you are a subscription holder for it, Amy will send you a gift certificate. So our winner today for Show and Tell is Terry Evangelino in Hanford. So congratulations, Terry. Amy will email you out your gift certificate. And who did Irene draw as the winner for Breakfast Club? Carolyn Chimnowski here in Bakersfield. I think, Carolyn, you have purchased Breakfast Club for the whole year. Amy will double check, and if you have, she will send you guys out she'll send you out a gift certificate in your email. Let's see there. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day. Those of you that are local, we are going to close at 2 o'clock today for the Easter weekend. What's left of the Easter weekend. I hope everybody has a nice Easter with friends and family tomorrow. We will see those of you that are in our Mystery Monday group. We will see you Monday. Jeremy, would you throw the Tipsy Tuesday graphic up real quick? Third down in the middle. Right here. So those of you that don't know about our Tipsy Tuesday group, this is another private Facebook group that we have. It is every other Tuesday. You can join that by just searching Tipsy Tuesday Thimbletown, and you have to ask to be invited to the group. There's 2 questions you have to answer, and then we'll approve you in. So we do meet there every other Tuesday, where we do demos. We talked about triangles last week, half square triangles, feeding them through the machine. There's always a list of topics that we go through. So that is another group that you can join from us. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we will see you online soon somewhere or in the shop. Have a great weekend, everybody.